Chapter name is chapter name is line and angle. Line and angle. This is the name of today's lecture. One by one, we will discuss whatever topics will be important will be discussed with you. All those information I am going to share. Let's start with the first word, which is a font. Font. Font means this font. It is talking about this font. My question is, can you say that this is a circle? Can you say? If yes, then tell me what is the reason behind it is a circle. Most of you would say this is a circle. It is a circle with a zero radius. With a zero radius. A circle whose radius is zero is a point. Okay, any point. You can take this point. This is also circle. We can consider it as a circle, but radius is a zero. Radius is a zero. This one point you saw. Now next, types of a point. Types of a point. There are right now we are understanding three types of some types of point. First, first is collinear point. Collinear point. Remember, there is a word point. Point word is added with the collinear. Together we call it as a collinear point. So finally we can say yes, it is a point. But what kind of a point? Question is what kind of a point? Collinear means along a line there would be a lot of points. Points can be 3, 4, 5, 10, 100, 200. But condition is they should along a line. Okay, not parallel. For example, if this is a line, then number of points will look like this. They are not parallel. They are along a line. Okay. This phenomena, it's not a phenomena, but we will say this discussion is known as a collinear point. Collinear point. Okay, so how to write in mathematical language? For example, let's call this font as a B, C, D, E, F. You would say in language, we will write it like this: A, B, C, D, E, F are collinear fonts. Are collinear fonts. Okay. Collinear fonts. Are you understanding? This was one type of font. Next we have non-collinear font. Non-collinear font. Just a opposite of a collinear font will be definition of a non-collinear font. Non-collinear font. Non-collinear font is that kind of a font where all fonts will not be along a line. It can be like this. If there is a one point, so one point can be over here, but not along this line. Along this point. Third point is over here. You can see. Figure is like this. This discussion is known as a non-collinear pond, where ponds will not be along to each other. Okay, ponds will not be along to each other. Will be our non-collinear pond. We saw two types of a pond. Now next, let's see. Next, we have line. How to define it? Do you have any reason or any discussion, any definition for this line? We are familiar with this line word or figure. This is line. If this is line, can you call it? Can you call it as line? If yes, no. They are different to each other. Most of you would say yes. It does not have arrow. It has arrow, but only in one end side. It has two arrows at the both ends. But we will see it later. Right now, just understand definition of line. It explains itself by saying a line which is made of a lot of ponds. A line which is made of a lot of ponds with a length. There is no end. This point, like that. All these ponds will make a line. This line we are talking about. Okay. But when it comes to this part, we can't say that this is line. No. Now, with the two ends arrow will be our exact line. Two arrows at the ends are compulsory to show a line. If you want to take a part from this line, then you can cut like this. This will be your A and this B. This AB is a part of this line. Okay. Now let's. So definition is what? Definition is a line which is made of a lot of points with a length, and there is a no end in both sides is our line. Okay. Now let's come to the types of line. Types of line. There are three types of line. This one, this second, and this third. This first is known as segment line. Segment line. And second is known as ray line. And third is known as simple line. That we discussed right now. This line. So segment line is a line where there is no arrow. We will not observe arrow. I'm not saying we have to ignore arrow. No, there should not be arrow with a line, and that line is this over here. Both sides. Now, what is the meaning of having arrow and not having arrow? Meaning is very simple. It is showing that you have a limited length, limited length. From here to till here, let's say this is 5 centimeters and this will be 5 centimeters. Now it is saying that this side is an end, or you can say it is a starting from this point, and this is going forward. There is no end. In this side, there is no end. This is meaning of arrow. Wherever you are observing arrow end, it means arrow end does not have ending points. Okay, ending points. That's why this will be known as there is no end, and this will be known as it is just it is started from here. Okay. Now in this case, in this both side, this line, this line has infinity distance. It is not providing that I am this will be over here. If you say this is a 6 centimeter, then it is incorrect way. Incorrect way. You will have to cut this some part from this line. Then this will be correct way to say that yes, this is a measurement of this segment line. Not this part where we cut this part will be, this again this is line, but which type of line? You would say segment line. Okay, segment line. 6 centimeter is a measurement of this part line. In this case, you understood. This arrow side has no end as well as this arrow side. A line whose end both ends do not have end will be our simple line. Okay, simple line. A line whose both sides are end will be our segment line. Another type of line, a line whose one side is a starting point and another side is a no end. Okay, will be our ray line. This was type of line. This was type of line. Now parallel lines, parallel lines. You will have to understand by looking at the parallel one. Parallel says, meaning of parallel is there are two lines, both will not interact to each other anytime, anyhow. Okay, for example, if this is line, second will be like this. Length of this line can be more, can be less. It doesn't matter. We don't care about the length of line for parallel lines. Main thing is they should not attract to each other. They should not cut to each other. This is main point for parallel lines. You can see this figure where there are 2 points and it is going this side. This second line is going in this direction. Never ever they will meet to each other like this. No. Whereas we can draw another figure where 2 lines will be meeting to each other. Let me show. If this is one line, first of all, in this figure, in this case, we will call it like that. This line is parallel to this. A line is parallel to B line. That is how we call it. Now next, this line is like this, and next B is like. Don't you think that at don't you think that they will intersect to each other over here? We are getting feeling of intersecting view. In this figure, both will meet to each other over here. That's why this figure is known as non-parallel, non-parallel, parallel lines, non-parallel lines. Non-parallel means both are not parallel to each other. You can see, but in this case, we saw that both were parallel to each other. Two lines who are parallel to each other will be known as parallel lines. Two lines which are not parallel to each other will be our non-parallel lines. Okay, that's it about the parallel and non-parallel. Have a look, then I will erase it so that we can understand, think ahead of it. Next word is transversal line. Transversal line. It is also line, but work of this line will be, it will cut two or more lines. Let's say we have two lines like this, like this. Any of them there is no transversal line. So where is the transversal line? Transversal line will be like this. Third line, which is intersecting two lines. It can intersect three lines, four lines, five lines. Okay. So work of a transversal line will be cutting the lines. It doesn't matter whether lines are parallel or not parallel. It doesn't matter for transversal line. For transversal line. So this, let's say it is the L line. This will be transversal line. Okay. Transversal. I hope you got it. Now next. Let's explore more about this transversal. This is our A, B, C, D, E, F. Now how to call it as a transversal line? My answer would be A, B, C, D, E, F is transversal line. Transversal line. Okay. Now we have to observe one thing. There are four angles made by this line and this transversal line. How much angles? Four angles. 1, 2, 3, 4. Same over here. This one angle, second, third, fourth. 1, 2, 3, 4. Or you can say 5, 6, 7, 8. Now you are going to see rules of a transversal line. Rules of transversal line. Remember, if lines are parallel, as we can see, these two lines are parallel. In this figure, we are getting one thing is that angle 1 is this angle 1 will be equal to angle 7. Angle 2 will be equal to angle 8. This is a rule. This type of a part is known as alternate angles. Alternate angles. If amount of this rotation part is 58 degree, then amount of this part rotation would be same 58 degree. This is meaning of this equation. Okay. Now this will be your alternate angles. Alternate angles. Okay. Okay. Now as we can see, what will be angle 2 and angle 7? My answer is angle 2 plus angle 7 is going to give us 180 degree. This is going to give us 180 degree. There is a proof. We will take a part where proof will be discussed, but right now we are ignoring. Angle 2 plus angle 7 will be 180. Sum of two alternative angles will be 180. Same with this angle 1 plus angle 8 will give us 180. Okay. What about the corresponding angles? Do you have any idea about corresponding angles? Corresponding angles. Corresponding angles. It is very easy. This is very easy. Look at all. Remember this angle exterior angle will be equal to interior angle, this in this side. So angle 4 is going to be equal to angle 8. Same with angle 3 is equal to angle 7. Okay. Same will happen with this angle 1 is equal to angle 5. Angle 1 is equal to angle 5. Angle 2 is equal to angle 6. Clear? Now, why are we saying that angle 4 is going to be equal to angle 8? The reason is rotation of this part will be how much? Let's just say this is a 27 degree. So rotation part of this angle 8 is the same rotation part. That's why we are calling it as a 27. Means both are equal because rotation part is equal. Same this rotation part and this rotation part. Not this, but this and this will be equal. You can see figure is the same. If you take this angle 3 and angle 6, both will not be same. Okay. Angle 2 is equal to angle 6. This angle 2 and angle 6. Figure. Just take this part and this part. Don't you observe that both are same? Yes, both are same. This will be your corresponding angle and this part will be your alternative angles. Alternative angle says that this angle and this angle, sum of these two angles will be 100 degree, sum of these two angles will be 180 degree. Angle 1 here, alternate of this will be this angle 7, alternate of this angle will be this 8. So this is going to be equal to this. Even we are observing, just take this part and this part. You will see that both part is looking same and this part will be also same. Will be also same. We have seen corresponding angles, alternate angles, not native. This was alternate angles. Now let's take a concurrent line. Concurrent line. Concurrent line. Concurrent line says you will have one point and start drawing a ray line. But you will have to start. Condition is you will have to start from this point. Like this. Ray line. Are you observing? Are you observing that we can draw a lot of ray lines if this is condition? Yeah. With the help of one point, you can draw a lot of ray lines. A lot of ray lines. This part is known as concurrent line. A line. But hold on. This is not line. Point is not line, okay? These lines are line. These lines will be known as concurrent line, okay? Our focus will not be on this point. It is just condition. Condition is a ray line should start from a point. This is a condition. But when it comes to concurrent line, these are concurrent lines, okay? Concurrent lines. Now next, It is a linear pair angle. Linear pair angle. Linear pair angle. Look, pair means there, of course, there would be two angles. It says this straight line was has a point, highlighted point. A straight line means it has a rotation of a not 300 but 180. Sum of these angles will be equal to 180 degree. This is one part, this is another part. Sum of both parts will be how much? 180 degree. You can write like this: angle A plus angle B is going to be equal to 180 degree. Reason is they are making a linear pair angle. Linear pair angle. This is a, now when it comes to adjacent line, this will be our adjacent where common arms are none. Here this is common arms which are opposite to each other. This will be our adjacent angle. This adjacent angle. We will see supplementary, complementary. Right now, I want to highlight about the supplementary angle. Whatever we saw right now, this about this angle is also a supplementary. Supplementary. This is known as a supplementary angle. Supplementary means sum of more angles will be how much? Only 180 degree. Complementary means sum of angles would be always 90 degree. 90 degree, okay. You can take even three part, four part. It doesn't matter for supplementary angle, as well as for linear pair angle. Still, it is a linear pair angle. Still, it is a supplementary angle. But when it comes to complementary angle, this is not going to be complementary angle. It says that angle, let's say this is A, C, D. A plus angle B plus angle C plus angle D is going to be 180 degree. It doesn't matter how much are numbers of angles. Okay, numbers of angles will be equal to sum of numbers of angles will be equal to 100 degree. When it comes to complementary, then we now figure this figure A C. Here angle A plus angle B is equal to 90 degree. Now we are able to call it as a complementary angle because sum of these two angles are coming as a 90 degree. That's it. Okay, 90 degree. We have seen supplementary angle, complementary angle, linear pair angle. Linear pair angle means sum of angles would be equal to 180 degree. That's it. That's it. There would be a straight line. Now we are moving towards the discussion of angle. Let's start with the word of angle. Angle means rotation, amount of rotation by the help of two lines or more lines. For example, let's say we took this two line. You can see this part is the amount of rotation. So how much amount of rotation would be our angle? For example, it is a 37. So this will be 37. But definition of angle is what? Definition would be amount of rotation by making two lines is a definition of angle. Okay, inclination between two lines. Inclined angle. When we say inclined angle means whatever we will be doing, there will be rotation motion, this rotation. So of course we will get a angle, this hand and this arm. Inclination between two lines is called angle. Got it? Remember, if you take only one angle, not one angle, one line, okay. If you take only one line, it is impossible to create angle. Angle will be created by taking two lines. Tell me whether there are two lines overlapped to each other. There are two lines. What would be angle for this? You would say theta is going to be 0 because there 0 means there is no rotation. There is no amount of rotation. There is no amount of rotation. Now let's see adjacent angles. Adjacent angles. Adjacent angles. Look at over here. Adjacent angles are nothing but this only one part. One part will be known as this part. Will be our adjacent angle. Adjacent angle. But in this, we can see it is only one. This BD is for ABC and BD is also for AB. Yeah, that's why here BD is a common line. BD is also a part of BC. BD is also a part of AB. That's why it is a common. But we can't say this is a part of AB. This is a common of AB. No. Can you write like this? Angle ABD is 1. Let's say angle 1. Yeah. Angle BBC is 2. Here B is coming. B is common. B is common. That's why in this equation B is common. That's why we called this B as a common. Right? B as a common. Okay. AB upon BD is equal to, can you say, BD upon BC? In this equation, they will cut to each other? No, impossible. Impossible. BD. Right now, you can ignore this part. Just understand, B is coming as a common. That's it. So, what is the adjacent angle? Adjacent. This angle 1 is an adjacent angle. The angle 2 is an adjacent angle. Adjacent angles. It means there would be a common line. There would be common line. We will see more examples of adjacent angles when question will come. Now let's break down it in more details. This point where there is a origin, it is called as a, this is known as a origin. Means when it comes to coordinate, we call it as a 0, 0 coordinate. Now they have vertex B. This B is known as a vertex point. Okay, vertex point, vertex B. Remember, B, as we saw, B is a common, so B vertex is also common over here. B is for this line, B is also for this C line, B is also for A. That's why it became common vertex. Coplanar line. Coplanar line means it means it doesn't matter what are numbers of angles. It doesn't matter. If number of lines or angles are on a single plane, they will be known as coplanar lines or coplanar angles. Condition is they should be on a simple plane. Okay, a simple plane. I have explained about complementary angle as well as supplementary angle. Okay. Let me erase this part so that we can see next the thing about supplementary and complementary. Supplementary and complementary. Hold on, let me write. Question can come like this, but it is not completely. Let's say angle is one angle is 43 degree and second is 12 degree. Complementary would be complementary and supplementary. Complementary and supplementary angles. Try to understand. Question is asking. Question is asking. What would be complementary angle of 43 degree? If there is one angle whose value is of 43 degree, so complementary means 90 minus given angle. 90 minus given angle will come out as a second angle, which will be complement to 43 angle. 43 angle. So here we will subtract this from 90, will come out as a 47. Just we subtracted it from 90. That's it. Now when it comes to what about the supplementary angle? Supplementary means 180. 180. Given angle is 43 degree. 43 degree. It is asking what is the supplementary angle of 43 degree means it is asking second angle. When we will have second angle, then you will see that sum of given angle and another angle which came out as a result will be equal to 180 degree. Suppose we are going to subtract this 43 degree from 180 43. Suppose supplementary is going to be 137. 137. Next angle is as a question 12 degree. So complementary would be 90 minus 12. Can you write when theta is any number? When theta is any number, then how to calculate complementary angle? Simple. Formula is simple. 90 minus 12. 90 minus 12. This is formula of calculating complementary angle. Here the angle is given. Okay. This is a formula. You can remember this as a formula. When angle is number of angle is any, then this formula will be used. It will help you to calculate the second angle as a complementary. Now for this supplementary angle, same 180 minus 10. 180 minus 10. Minus 10. Okay. 180 minus 10. Now let's find out complementary angle for 12 degree. For 12 degree, I think 78. 28 degree. Supplementary of 12 degree is going to be 168. No, 68. 68. 70. Yeah, it's that is how you will find complementary angle, any complementary angle, any supplementary angle. I have told you how to calculate. This is formula for this and this is formula for supplementary angle. Just have a look. Just have a look. Now let's see. Let's see acute angle, obtuse angle, and right angle. Acute angle, obtuse angle, right angle, right angle. It's not a difficult to understand this. Acute angle is angle. Okay. Acute angle is angle. Condition is any angle is acute angle, but condition is that angle should be less than 90 degree. This is a condition. Any angle is acute angle, but that angle should be less than 90 degree. A angle which is less than 90 degree, okay, will be our acute angle. Obtuse angle. This is also an angle. For example, 120. It is angle. Now 120, is it less than 180? Yes, this is less than 180. Now we can call it as a obtuse angle, because definition of obtuse angle is any angle whose value will be less than 180 is our obtuse angle. Okay, any angle whose value is less than 180 and more than 90. Okay, and more than 90. What about the right angle? Right means 100. Right, perpendicular, straight line. Right angle means 90 degree. 90 degree. Okay. It makes an angle of 90 degree. Okay, it makes an angle of 90 degree. Figure is like this. This is figure of right angle, where rotation part of this rotation is 90. Now for this figure will be like this. Let's say it is 120. A, B. You know, this is series of common vertex. A, B, C. You can write like this. Angle ACB. Hold on. A is 90 degree. Angle ACB over here is 120. This is our obtuse and this is our right angle. Now for this acute angle will look like this. How much? Let's say we have a 45 degree. Not 40, yes, 45 degree. ABC. This 45 degree is less than how much? 90 degree. And this is more than 110 degree, and less. This is less than 120 is less than 180 degree. It is more than 90 degree. Okay. This was about acute, obtuse, right. Straight. What about straight angle? Straight. Simple line. But there are two lines. There should be two lines, not one. That's why we are highlighting a point over here so that it can give us two ray lines. Now rotation of this is completely how much? 180 degree. A, this will be our A, and this part we are calling it as a B, and this common vertex will be C. Angle ACB is 180 degree. You can say this is our straight line. Yeah, straight line. Have a look. Do you have any doubt? I think no. According to from my side, you will not have any doubt. We have seen all these three parts. One more thing which we left is the reflex angle. Reflex angle and complete angle. Reflex and complete angle. complete angle. Here reflex of this in this figure. What would be a reflex angle? I am asking value of the angle. Who will be which will be a reflex angle. So nothing but this we will subtract this 45 from 360 will come out as a reflex angle. Okay? Reflex means more than I think more than 180 degree. More than 180 degree. So this will be our 360 minus 45 will come out as a 350. 350. Okay. Complete means around a pond. Around a pond. Or you can say there are two lines and it rotated like this. This complete is a complete angle whose angle is 360 degree. 360 degree. I hope you have got it. Reflex angle, complete angle. Reflex angle and complete angle. Now let's take some question based on the concept. Some questions. Some questions. First, right now we have this. If AB is parallel to CD, then find the value of A plus B plus C is equal to how much? Figure is like this. This is figure. C O this B and this A. Question is asking A, B plus C, sum of these three angles will be equal to how much? This angle and this angle and this angle will be how much? Answer is a 360, but how? Answer is 360. But I want to say, how will it come? With reason. The reason is very simple. If you bring this over here, this will be our try to analyze. This just we brought this part over here and this part will be over here. Don't you think that it is making a complete angle? Are you not observing? It is making 360 degree. Yeah, because there is a complete angle, complete rotation. That's it. Okay. This was the reason. A plus B plus C will be equal to 360 degree. Because to complete to 360, we have this angle, this angle, and this angle. In this case, in this case. Next figure. Try to see this question. In this case, it is asking B is going to be equal to A plus C plus X. X. How? This B is equal to A, C, and X. I think so. A, C, X. They are, it's not X, Y, Z. It's not a triangle. But trapezium? No, not a trapezium also. We have four vertex. This one, second, third, four vertex. This B is the exterior angle, and A, C, X are interior angles. Interior angles. That's why it can be equal to this B can be equal to A plus C plus X because of a B is exterior, and all these three angles are interior. Interior. Okay, interior. No. Next. Next figure. Here, try to understand, brother. Try to understand. This is our also alpha. It is saying that alpha plus theta is equal to this alpha plus theta. Yeah, it is correct. This is correct. Look at over. Can we say that this whatever will be value of this will be equal to this. Yeah, whatever will be value of this angle will be okay. uh, don't say this figure but over here, according to transversal line, according to transversal line, here this alpha plus theta, this will be equal to 100. Now it is saying this only 1 is equal to alpha plus theta, this only 1. Now over here they are interior angles. From an angle they are interior angles. When it comes to interior angles, we add them. Yeah, we add them. So that's why this will be sum of these two angles, alpha plus theta, alpha plus theta. According to transversal line. According to vertically opposite angle, this vertically opposite angle, this will be also useful for you when it comes to questions answer. It will help in numericals in solving questions. A, B, C, D. A, B, C, D. Easily can be seen. There are 4 angles. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, there are how much? 4 angles. This is known as vertically opposite angle. Okay, vertically opposite angles. Vertically opposite angles. Vertically opposite angles. When you will draw two lines like this, but they are not parallel, but non-parallel. Okay. In that case, of course, they will intersect to each other. Then you will get a vertically opposite angles. Here we are understanding. Here we are understanding that this AB is what? AB is a linear pair angle. This is a straight line. It has a two part of angles. This L1, this 1 and this 2. Angle 1 plus angle 2. Then this will be equal to 180 degree. We took these two parts. Now when it comes to this CD line is what? It is also 180 degree. Here in this side, this part we are taking angle 4 plus angle 1. In this side, angle 2 plus angle 3. It says that whatever will be angle 1, whatever will be angle 1, it will be equal to angle 3. Angle 2 will be equal to angle 4. This is what is a rule of vertically opposite angles. Opposite angles will be equal to each other. This angle 2 is opposite of angle 4. This angle 1 is in front of angle 3. Angle 3. But when it comes to adjacent angles, where C is common, D is common, in that case, this and this both will be added. Okay, both will be added. Angle 3, angle 4 will be added. But when it comes to angle 1 and 3, no, both will be same. Both will be same. Let's say vertex point. Common vertex point is O. So O, hold on. Angle BOC will be angle 2. Angle DOB will be equal to angle 3. Angle AOA will be equal to angle 4. Angle COA will be equal to angle 1. Either you can take this angle 2, angle 3, angle 4, angle 1. Otherwise, you have this thing, angle BOC, angle DOB, angle AOD, COA. Here just I said this is equal to this. That's why we have option to select any of them. This was about vertically opposite angles. Vertically opposite angles. Now let's just say next thing. Next is a little bit different, but not too much. There is a figure. It can be as scary for you, but reality is it is not as scary. This figure. PQR. In the term of ratio, here AD, this is a 1 line, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There are 6 lines. In the term of ratio, we can write this figure in a language of math like this. A ratio A is to B is to C will be equal to, here length of A is equal to length of B. That's why you can say A is equal to P is to length of whatever is the value of B will be equal to Q. Both are parallel. That's why each lines are parallel to each other. each lines. So P is to Q is to R. Meaning of this equation is A is equal to P, B is equal to Q, C is equal to R. And we wrote this in the term of ratio. Now in the term of a fraction, how to write? Just you will take this A, so that A upon this whole A plus B plus C, P, and this whole P plus Q plus R. That's it. We wrote this as a fraction, as a ratio. You can see this is as a ratio, this is as a fraction. This thing will happen when each lines are parallel to each other. But what about non-parallel lines? Non-parallel lines. Look at over here. In this case, these two lines are not parallel to each other. That's why these things will not be valid for this figure. Here, whatever is the length of this A is not equal to length B. Means A is not equal to B. Okay. But yes, AB is equal to D. In the term of a fraction, you can write like this: AB upon BC, this upon this, is equal to this side, DB upon EF, DA upon EF, or it is equal to, just we took AB as M and BC as M. You can also, meaning of this is what? Meaning of this is value length of this AB is N, then length of DA will be also N. Length of this BC is N, then length of this EF will be also N. This is the meaning of MN. Clear? I hope clear. 4 parallel lines. 4 non-parallel lines. Clear? How to calculate a B, E? To calculate B, there is a difference. To calculate BE, this will be equal to A, this upon N, A into N plus B into N upon N plus N. A into N, B into N, B into N. This it took this part, this two things, and this took these two things. It is adding to each other, and upon m plus n, sum of these are two length segments. To calculate b, this line b, to calculate b, we will use this formula. To calculate any, for example, value of this AB is given, BC is given, EF is not given, D is given, then we can use this formula. It looks very easy, but when it comes to this, B is equal to n plus Bn upon m plus n, it looks scary, but when we will do a lot of equation based on this formula, it will become easy. Okay.